The final standard for the KSDE Library and Information Teacher Standards is Standard 6, which addresses the administrator. This one states that the librarian and information teacher manages and administers the school library and advocates for the success of its educational program in collaboration with building and district colleagues. I chose a couple of artifacts that address part of Standard 6 quite well. 6.4 states that the librarian and information teacher knows management theories that support an effective school library program, including budget and personnel and facilities, evaluation, selection, acquisitions, cataloging, processing, deselection, inventory, client access, and circulation. There's so much going on in this one substandard. I felt that it might be okay to select 2 artifacts to support this one. The first was my weeding policy. And in my weeding policy that I created in, I believe it was 737, I created a plan and a guideline for what and how I will weed materials in my library should I get one. It got very detailed as to what condition books might be in, why one might discard a book or a resource. So that falls under this deselection part of the standard, obviously. The other artifact that I selected was my cataloging in action. This was an interview that I had with a former librarian, Ken Stewart, in which he and I sat down for quite a while and just talked about the logistics of running a library. How are books cataloged? How are books selected and ordered and processed and given genre, and who takes care of the checking in and out, and how do you and where do you put a barcode versus the call numbers on the spine? Where on the spine does that fall? So a lot of the just logistics. This was a fascinating conversation that I had with Ken and learned so much that I didn't even know I didn't know. The final artifact that I selected was my collection promotion plan. And this supports Standard 6.9, which states that the librarian and information teacher promotes the library media program within the school, the district, and the community. And my collection promotion plan does just that. It sets out a very detailed plan of ideas, of actions that we can take in order to get people in and interested in reading. Bulletin board displays, challenges, different games and themes and activities, types of books, community outreach programs. These kinds of ideas are included in that collection promotion plan, and that certainly does promote the library media program within the school, but also outside with the community.